Bonjour.
Good morning, it's Bordeaux day 2.
Yes.
So today we are having a very loose plan of wandering around and following an AllTrails loop around the city to see some sights.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, it's not all nature.
No, but there is a nice big park with some water features and a botanical garden.
Yeah.
And that's all I know. So we got some fun stuff coming up later on board. But for now...
But no, this is a rare treat that you actually get to dock in town this close unless you're on a river cruise or a very small cruise ship that can fit in here. So it's really nice. You can literally walk off the ship and you're right in the heart of everything. So that's amazing.
That's true. We'll take advantage of that a little bit today. So breakfast and wanders.
Let's do it.
Now it is already a time of day where our breakfast options are a little bit limited. So we're going to head up here to Waves, which should still be open. We've started with yogurts and fruits and mueslis and things and put in orders for eggs. Boom! There we have proper breakfast. They had so many cute little jellies up there, we just had to get English muffins. So we've chosen rose apricot and bitter orange marmalade. Well, our gangway is here on deck 5 this morning, but they're getting ready to move it, they said. Yeah, they said in about 20 minutes they were going to be moving this gangway up 1 level because it is very flat now and the tides, they are a-changing. Welcome back to Bordeaux. We are going to come out here, I believe, hit the street and hang a left. See if we can block the glare long enough to look at the name of our path for today. Place Jean Joiret, Grand Théâtre and Jardin Public. Let's jump across the street in the direction of this giant circular device. Well, we hopped up to look at this glorious monument, but looking at the trail ahead, our route is going to come right back by it. So we will resist the temptation to go over to it for now. So the route does include crossing the street over there to see the Miroir de l'eau, or the reflecting pool. That's a busy highway, so we're going to continue what you're supposed to do after looking at the reflecting pool, which is turning right back around and heading this way. So there aren't really a whole lot of noted landmarks on AllTrails for this route, but I'm sure we're going to see some cool stuff, awesome architecture, tree-lined boulevards, like this. This has brought us over to the vicinity of the National Opera. We got cool statues, clocks. Let's learn about this unit. Well, there's a little more information about this giant head. A series of 7 feminine figures. Oh, what is this building we've come across? The route brought us here for a reason. I mean, you know, besides the fact that it's gorgeous. Ah, I see a sign in the doorway. Église Notre Dame. So the cathedral. Alright, free admission. I guess that's like no cell phones during service, no hats. I have removed it from my head. Definitely worth popping in and taking a look. It says obviously don't come in during services. It's very quiet in here right now. Let's jump right up here to the front and have a look around. I'll still try to be quiet even though there's really not anybody in here much. Offering box, candles, all kinds of art around here. I guess this is a Roman Catholic church, the sign said. Well, this was a very worthwhile stop. Oh, check out those pipes. I love looking at the pipe organs. I guess it used to have like a place a pin where you're from, which I see a couple of old holes there in the US, but yeah, they pretty much destroyed France and parts of Spain by sticking the pins in the map, so I guess they don't do that anymore. Who are you, good sir? There's a sign behind him. Oh no, it's not the sign behind him, that's about the building. You are Francisco de Goya. Well, the little green line runs through this building, which it seems to have free admission. Another unexpected detour. You know, sometimes following these green lines on AllTrails is really fun because you really never know where you're going to go.
They take you some really neat places that you would otherwise not be aware of, probably. And good pictures.
Well, the gates to the exit appear to be closed, so we might backtrack and get ourselves, because we are trying to get out to that road that's on the other side of the gates. Yeah, there's some doors over there, but we're just going to go out the safe way. We're going to go out the way we came in. We found our way back to the green line. Almost every roundabout is an opportunity to do an outward spin, to look at the monuments in the middle, all the buildings. I love roundabouts, except when I'm driving in them in Scotland. Then nope.
Then they're not good.
Birder D has spotted some photography subjects. Yeah, this looks like a super cute walking area. This is not our park yet. We are making our way over to a proper nature park. We're saving that toward the end of our loop. Yo, there's a tour group over there. If it's an English tour group, we could join and like steal some information. No, okay. We do like to listen within earshot every so often to pick up some facts.
You pick up good tidbits, yeah.
Cute little train over there. And a carousel. Those are the tidbits I picked up myself so far.
And Bordeaux is absolutely lovely.
The electric tourist train. How about that? Locals not allowed. Tourists only. What's it, €10 for an adult? That looks fun. For the record, it does not say locals not allowed. All right, let's come back here. We missed the crosswalk. There was not one at that corner. As promised, this has brought us back out to the giant statue thing that we saw when we started our loop. So now, before we get too close, we'll get a few shots of this again. We're going to be crossing straight across this park. They do have lots of trams and light rail and convenient transportation if you don't feel like hoofing it all the time. Good infrastructure for transportation. Get into a little splash zone over here. All right, the internet has told me this is the monument to the Girondins, which was erected in the late 1800s in memory of the Girondin deputies beheaded in 1792. It's, I guess, Liberty breaking her irons, and two remarkable fountains, which we'll look at in a hot second, decorated with bronze figures, seahorses pulling two chariots, in which the figures have taken their places, symbolizing the triumph of the Republic and the triumph of the Concorde. Let's take a peek at the other side, shall we? Well, let's peek at the front before we get too far. À la mémoire des Girondins.
You got that side of it.
Oh dear, I didn't even notice the water coming out of the horse's nostrils at first. Yes. I see some green space coming our way. Jardin public. We're entering into a green space. Heck yes we are. Oh, as soon as you enter, you've got beautiful, I guess I can call these topiaries, arrangements. This isn't even the botanical garden part. It's like a giant flower basket coming out of the earth.
Look at this building.
Oh yeah, this is right on the edge of the park. So you've got buildings on one side, green space on the other.
Sorry for all the pictures.
Here it comes, y'all. This is where most of the pictures are happening. There's a fountain over by this entrance. Now, we didn't go to the reflecting pool, so this will be our official replacement for the reflecting pool.
That's fair.
Fair enough. At this corner, we've got the Natural History Museum, so let's turn and continue in, staying inside the park. Well, they're calling this the Administrative Pavilion. That's a gorgeous administrative pavilion.
Yeah.
We've just spied a whole bunch of geese and other birds up here on a path. We're going. Oh, wow. Okay, reading the bottom of this, well, I couldn't read the top set of letters, but I think that is talking about Armenia. See, even wood is art.
It's so pretty.
We see the entrance to the Botanical Garden over here on the left. I don't think it said there was a charge.
I hear her.
Yeah, here's some words we can come learn. Yep, I see accès gratuit, which is free access. They have carnivorous plants here.
Cool.
Oh wait, à partir du samedi. Let's just come look. So we saw the rules, basically. Don't step on the plants, don't pick on the plants, don't walk around in a swimsuit, things like that. They've got signs telling you things that are toxic, medicinal, able to be eaten. Okay, let's stay away from the red label toxic ones. Yeah, you might run across some birds in here.
I did.
Well, we're in the bamboo section now, it looks like. Thin bamboo, thick bamboo. Let's try not to get bamboozled out here. Oh, we had a squirrel spotting. Whoa, he's fast. Okay, he's gone. Photos by D got him, though.
He's adorable.
And they've got little signs out here on each plant to teach us. That one has green by it, so if I get hungry, I might be able to eat this one.
I don't know if it is, but I feel like that's more purple.
This looks kind of like rainbow eucalyptus, but not quite. You're right.
Pretty though.
Oh, we have espied a cat in the distance, and we've tried speaking the universal language of cat. Psst, 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 psst. No luck so far.
Cute.
Come back, little friend. Oh, you might be on the hunt for birds. I'm not sure.
It's like a Siamese kitty cat.
Yeah, it does kind of have that, like, fawn coloration.
Very cute.
Yeah, I don't know why we act like this is the first time we've ever seen a cat.
Oh.
Oh.
She jumped right in.
Pounces on your prey.
I don't know what's in there.
Did she okay? Kitty.
She's okay.
She lives to fight another day. Crikey, that was a close nature encounter. She's gone through the fence now, so back to plants and birds. Oh, those are cute little birds. I know oiseau is French for bird. We've got oiseaux out the wazoo out here. We'll do a little bit more peeking around in here and then head back out down the old bird path to the water as originally plotted. Yeah, I think those carnivorous ones might be at their other location, or we just didn't come across them. We see water, we see birds. Let's get closer. So this is going to be your duck, goose, swan, bird area. I never know. Okay, I know a Canada goose. Not quite sure what types of ducks those are, or geese. Yeah, I am bad at knowing birds. I need Birder D to give me some lessons. We'll enjoy the ambient sounds of bicyclists coming across the bridge behind us.
It's a tour.
Must be. That's a lot of bicycles. Some kind of tour. Who are you? You remind me of a mallard, but that back pattern, no, that's different. We just now noticed there's giant fish down here in the water as well, which, you know, no surprise there are fish in water. Yes, I think the fish come cluster over here by the bridge because people drop them food off the bridge. That little bridge was the far corner of the park, so now we'll flip around and head back in the general direction of the ship. Excuse me, sir, I do love your hat. That is a bold fashion choice. I guess I should say it's a bird fashion choice. There is a little gondola down here. They even have the striped poles. That's cute. Did you say book exchange? How about that? If you need any books in French or magazines in French, or like to learn how to do Blender in French, there you go. Oh, I forgot. I think I had read this park has a puppet theater. So they've got toilets and a puppet theater right here. When's the next show? Wednesday? Saturday, Sunday.
It's Tuesday.
Gotcha. No puppet show today.
That's neat, though.
Let's go across this cute little bridge. There are statues everywhere. Wow, so this is going to take us over to like a little island. Oh, look at that tree. I don't know if you call it a proper island. It is surrounded by the water here in the park. So, carousel, playground that looks like a pirate ship or something. That's adorable. And they have table tennis ping-pong over on the other side. Another little play place up here. And then your escape bridge over here with the green railing. Man, this goose has had its eye on us ever since we crossed the bridge, and I see why. He is protecting his friend, who is currently working on an entire baguette for lunch.
The things you see in France.
It's French.
Than I was picturing.
These are French Canadian geese. Oh, jokes.
I gotta take a picture of me and Goose eating the baguette. Alright.
Apparently somebody is mad that you're trying to document, or me, the baguette eating goose. Side note, those restrooms back there by the puppet theater did say gratuit, so free of charge. Back out to the streets. So we found an intersection now where if you go that way, it will take you straight back to the ship. But the green line on AllTrails has one more little side jig for us to take. Some giant spires in the distance. Oh, I hear the bells. Or heard a bell. Well, our green line has turned us away from the spires in this direction. And that brought us out to a gigantic circle. And a peek through to the water over there. Let's cross. Come back in through security. A little bit steeper climb than when we came off this morning. I think a combination of the tides and the change of gangway location.
Good evening.
Yeah, we are fresh and clean and ready for some unknown, some mysterious goings on this evening.
Well, yeah.
This ship and some of the other ships have a cooking class option that is an upcharge, and we have signed up for one. Mm-hmm. The one we chose is called In the Kitchen with Jacques.
They had several different options available. This one was still available, and I was like, well, that sounds fun. French food, and we're in Bordeaux still until a little bit later tonight. So, yeah.
It's only appropriate. So named after Jacques Pepin, the man himself.
He won't be there.
That's true. We're not actually in the kitchen with Jacques, but
No.
he'll be there in spirit.
Yeah.
But we have no idea, like, do you eat what you cook? Is there a meal included? Yeah, we're going into this to learn some stuff.
It's at 4 p.m., so it's kind of a strange meal time. We didn't eat lunch, so who knows? But that, or you get released and you have dinner. We'll see.
True. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be about a 2-hour experience. So I'm thinking from 4 to 6. So that makes me think maybe there's not actually a dinner involved.
I don't know.
I'm probably not going to try to wave the camera around in everybody's faces and record the whole thing. I'll at least try to record what's going on at one of our stations. But
If they allow it.
Oh, that's true. The description of this one says it works on your knife skills and your emulsion skills.
I'm out.
Whoops, I do not have good knife skills. If you've seen any of our old Foodie Friday videos, I do not cut safely.
Oh, you're fine.
I don't do the curled under finger thing like
Yeah.
Food Network. I don't, y'all.
We'll see how this goes.
Let's
we may
learn.
have less digits at the end of it.
That's true. Oh, and our day in Bordeaux was
my
great
gosh,
because we
yeah.
didn't even get to talk about that.
No,
so.
it's beautiful. It's very safe, very pedestrian friendly. So much history and architecture. I loved it. It was such a pretty day. Yeah.
That's it.
Go to
y'all,
Bordeaux.
Go to Bordeaux and then come to a cooking class.
There you go.
Oh yeah, Culinary Center, Deck 12, right off the forward section. Oh, let's take a peek in one of these windows just in case, you know, I'm not trying to wave my camera around like a fool when we're inside there. They've got hand washing stations on the end down here, okay. Ah, they do show the action on the screens, which is nice. What have we got going? Okay, there's our stovetop. They've already got ingredients and things measured out. Oh gosh, looks like they've done the knife work for us, so that could be a good thing. Got some forms to fill out, sort of some health stuff. Ooh, apron, sharp knife, garbage bowl and stuff maybe. Very fashionable, ma'am.
Thank you. Feel very French.
Welcome everyone. How's everyone doing?
Good.
You ready for some delicious food, French food? Station here.
Oh, we're going on a field trip.
I have two. So butter is three things. It's butter fat, it's milk solids, and it's water. There's only a small amount of milk solid in the butter. Use your eyes to see it's not bubbling too much. You just want a little bit of a simmer. It's going to melt first.
All right, we just got our lesson on butter. Let's see if we can recreate. Let's see what we've learned. So we'll slide it up there. Butter in pan. Yeah, they gave us a little bit of a kickstart there, looks like, by turning our stuff on. Ooh, she's melting already. So we're scooping off our froth and putting it in a bowl to be used for other things. We don't need that frothy butter. Looking better in there.
Cookbook at home? Yes? Good job.
Well, it's golden, but I don't know if I clarified it all the way. She said you can strain it again if needed. So now it's dressing time. We learned if you put a wet towel around your bowl, it'll help the bowl not slide all over the place. Oh yeah, it could be a little sturdy there. We are going to plop some vinegar into our bowl. And we are going to plop some mustard into our bowl. Let's use this little unit on the mustard. That might be better. Now we're going to zhuzh this around gently until it comes together. Now we have the chorus of tink, tink, tinks all around the classroom. Now we are very slowly going to add this oil, stirring the whole time. And if we see it start to pool, we will stop and let that work. It's looking better, so now we need a pinch of shallots because we're going to use some of these in a future recipe. All this full-fat cream, of course, because after all, this is France.
Just put it into your barbecue. So you have...
Now we have tarragon, which we're going to pick off the stem and give a little chiffonade.
If you're not scared of using your hands, otherwise you can use your spatula. Eating with my hands is that it
you. The vegetables have
I
arrived.
encourage you to get in touch with your inner child.
Now, she said we could dump off any excess, but to me, more dressing, more better, so I think I'm keeping all that. Now we have all this lovely greenery. Plop. All right, tongs indeed. Or you can do it with your hands,
More
apparently.
of that dressing, go ahead and place your dressing.
Oh, I used all my dressing.
And then give it a taste. Fresh cracked brown pepper.
Boom!
You can
Salad.
use sweet peppercorn as well.
This must be your dream come true course. I mean, salad. How'd you do?
Amazing. It tastes like a chef made it.
We are chefs now. No, not quite.
Really good.
All right, we're moving on to green beans. Well, it's haricot vert.
And they,
Let's get all of our ends lined up properly.
does anyone have a garden at home where they grow beans?
Let's make some sauce. So I want this to be a little hotter. Puh. So we're gonna watch this butter. We're trying to brown this butter. So a little bit of bubbles.
Well, that's a lot of.
Not too hot though. So we'll zhuzh it around a little bit, but we don't want to mess with it too much. Let it do its thing. Let's put it down to about half heat. Oh, we need some smell-o-vision right now. That butter. Oh yeah, they brought us a glass of white.
Tiny bit.
Well, that browned up nicely. I have added my almonds in here already. We're getting ready to add half of the shallots. Ooh, we got some sizzle on those
Bring
shallots.
your plate up.
These beans were already blanched and chopped, so we're just going to toss them in, give them some coating. I should probably use tongs, not this. Now we're back with the proper tool. Yeah, they did our blanching and shocking behind the scenes, so these are pre-cooked, just need some warmth. And let's take them to the plate and give them some lemon. And we did it!
I love that.
We are back to cook some steak. Now I've already dried off a steak over here and tied it up, so
Have you come up while your steak is in?
get rid of a little
Like I said, get
excess.
everybody to get.
Let's see if she sizzles. Oh yeah, there we go. Give it a little press and leave it alone.
A little bit, maybe to 8 or 7.
All right, it's been a couple of minutes. Let's check the browning. Oh, she browned. All right, right back down.
I mean, obviously, we all
All right,
want
let's
the
give her a flip.
steak. It just comes out perfectly done.
Ooh, and I saw them do a little bit of this excitement to get some of that butter. Okay.
We're gonna make.
So we're getting ready to go up and learn how to make a steak Diane sauce to go along with this. Ooh la la. All right, let's make some sauce. We just went up and got a lesson. We're going to add a little bit more of our butter to loosen up the fond on the bottom of the pan.
Just cut through the chives carefully.
Those shallots, that's the rest of our shallots. Ooh, I can smell them already. Deglaze with sherry. Don't drink the sherry, that's right. I'm going to add in some demi-glace, which was made in the galley by real chefs. Now, this is where we got to watch our texture.
There's lots of brandy in this area.
Well, I kind of like that consistency, actually. You check it by doing your spatula, make sure you like how that looks. Now we're going to end with mustard.
Sort of stealing all the liquid away. Sort of.
I guess once the mustard is good, in goes whoosh, cream. Of course. We're getting some good thickness now. We've got chives to decorate the top. Now we are going to sauce the bottom a little bit.
They're really pretty.
And then guess what? We're going to sauce the top. I know. Hopefully it won't mess with our beautiful crust that we built up, but we got to do it.
Delicious, saucy.
Do a little chive chop.
See the
You wouldn't even know there was a steak under there. It's so saucy. For the pièce de résistance, we just went up and learned how to make a chocolate pot de crème, but surprise, we've already got it waiting for us here on our stations. We didn't even have to work for it. So we do have to give the aprons back. You don't get to keep them. They have them for sale up front. But I see, $30 apron, $30 cookbook, $15 kitchen towel. We stopped back by the cabin to grab some library books that we need to turn back in, and then I think we'll head to dinner because we could still use a little bit more food. What did they do indeed? Well, that's what some of that construction noise was, I guess, as they were disassembling that big Ferris wheel device. Well, Well, they do have chef's market dinner France at the buffet, but we are hitting the dining room. Back to the cabin to find our paper for tomorrow, which is Saint-Jean-De-Luz, and a newspaper, a laundry thing, and a breakfast menu, and chocolates, and napkins by the bed. This has turned into a European river cruise. We are sailing down the Garonne River on our way back out to the ocean. But we should have a nice little bit of scenic sort of cruising ahead of us. We'll just peer down at the brown waters. I think our guide yesterday said that the watercolor here is because of the tide cycle that they have. I guess always stirring everything up and keeping it brown. Good night. Y'all, it's not even night yet, but we are going to settle in for some balcony looking, some work getting done in.
I was going to say I have a lot of work to do. Yeah.
That's it. Some video editing, who knows. Well, first we got to talk about that cooking class. Now, for me, it was more than I expected. How was your experience?
No, it was so good. Like, I'm not a huge cook, I'll be honest with you. We travel a lot. We don't get in the kitchen too much. But I actually feel like I learned a ton of techniques that I've seen on TV and other people doing, but never experienced myself. But I can cook, as Remy would say from Ratatouille. But no, it was good. Everything turned out pretty good, other than my steak, which was a little more rare than I would normally eat it. But it's just because they have like a time schedule to keep and got to show you the next thing stuff. But everything was really good. She was really well at instructing us and telling us what exactly to do. And I loved that class. It was so hands-on. Mm-hmm.
And there's a ton of different ones. That was the only one that was left when we went to make the booking. So that's why we chose that one. I don't even know some of the themes of the other ones.
They had a lemon one. They had some chocolate and dessert ones.
And they could change,
fish.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot to choose from. I actually liked the one we did because we were in France, and so it felt very fitting for our itinerary. It was lovely.
Mm-hmm. And we did get to eat a small meal. So that was our lunch. And then we went to dinner. So, oh my gosh, we're full now.
Very full.
I guess let's dish on some dinner. Well, there is your starter.
It was called kale and chicken salad, basically, but it was like cabbage-style noodles with kale and chicken, and it was so flavorful. There was peanuts in it, lots of acid from like lemons, and some mint, I think, too. It reminded me of like pad thai almost. It was really tasty. I loved that.
Nice. I had, the menu said something like tomato kefta. I forget the exact word. They're basically little fried balls of stuff that come with a sauce underneath them. Very descriptive, right? The flavoring was primarily mint, both in the balls and in the sauce. There was a little bit of tang, but I think it could just be because there was a lot of garlic going on, too.
It's yogurt sauce.
Yeah, there you go. It's almost like a play on a tzatziki, but not quite, I don't think.
Yeah.
The texture was very smooshy, but I mean, I guess that's to be expected from like a tomato paste that you fried. But I liked them. I would get them again.
Yeah.
There is your second appetizer.
Yeah. It was like, I forget, like Cretan, something like that.
Yeah. What'd you call me?
It was like Cretan salad. I was like, okay. But basically it was tomatoes and feta, olives, and caper berries. And then like some really soggy bread at the bottom, which I'm not sure if that was meant to be there. But everything else was delicious, just didn't care for the texture of the bread.
Maybe it sat too long.
It may have, yeah.
Waiting to come to us. I got this thing with a funny name because I didn't even know what it was, but it turns out it is a soup. I think it was just basically a vegetable soup with beef broth. So interesting concept. Little piece of bread. I mean, it was flavored well. Very simple. If you like soup, like consommes and things, get it. Look at that fish.
I believe it's Dover sole, and it came with like a butter beurre blanc type of a sauce, potatoes, and a puff pastry with cabbage in it. And I loved how they did the little lemon with the thing on top so you wouldn't get seeds. This was so tasty. Very well cooked. The butter sauce was really unctuous and yummy, and the potatoes were nice and seasoned. It was delicious. I was too full to finish it though.
They come over tableside and like take the bones out and stuff for you.
It's very nice.
I finished it. It was very good. You know what was not that great? My pad thai. It's okay. I don't know what happened, but this was one of the saddest pad thais I think I've had. The noodles were fine. The sauce was very watered down. I mean, it had okay flavor, but it was very watered down. There were raw tomatoes. There was broccoli. There were things I'm not used to. I mean, it was a good maybe stir fry.
Okay.
It just wasn't pad thai, and I don't think I would even order it again as a stir fry. So.
Oh no.
Nope. There's your dessert, though.
This is the no sugar added strawberry and coconut tart. It's a very tiny little portion, almost like on a little cookie with some coconut cream and strawberry. On first bite, it was way too sweet for me, but then I tried it again, and it tasted more like a strawberry shortcake, so I got used to it. I think the sweetener is what got me on that, but I'm glad it wasn't very big, but it was okay.
So it can be artificially over-sweetened.
Yeah, a lot.
My dessert was bigger than yours. Look at that. It basically was an ice cream cake, but instead of layers of cake, it was meringue in between the two ice creams, as well as meringues all on the side and whipped cream on top.
Wow.
A lot of meringue, but it was well done meringue, so I enjoyed it. You would not have enjoyed that.
I don't like meringue at all.
The raspberryness was very tart. It came together nicely, and it went crunch crunch with those meringues. So
yeah.
Nice end to my meal.
Very good.
Y'all, let's end this video. So tomorrow, the captain has come on several times over the last couple of days expressing concerns that we might not get into Saint-Jean-De-Luz due to swells. Now, the weather looks good. The winds look good. The temperature, everything looks great. But apparently...
We just had a full moon, so that can make the tidal changes a little bit crazy. So I'm thinking that might be what affects it. But he says he's going to try. We're going to anchor and at least see what happens. But it's a tender, so you never know.
That's true. So we will see if we see you from Saint-Jean-De-Luz in the next video. Or the next video might be Spain. Who knows what's coming up. So just stay tuned. Something's coming. Good night.
Good night.